RoCo radio basketball coverage will start in 2 minutes. Tonight's basketball pregame show will start in 1 minute and 30 seconds. RoCo radio basketball coverage will start in 1 minute. Tonight's hoops coverage on RoCo Radio will start in 30 seconds. The following is a presentation of RoCo Radio Sports. Local high school basketball. RoCo Radio hits the hardwood to cover the teams that you love in Rockingham County. Reidsville High School, Rockingham County High School, McMichael High School, Moorhead High School, Bethany Community School. Your home for boys and girls basketball across Rockingham County is RoCo Radio. Find us live on your favorite social media app at RoCoRadio.com and on the Live 365 app on your mobile device by searching for RoCo Radio. Local sports coverage on RoCo Radio is made possible thanks to you, our supporters and fans, and the fans of local athletes and coaches across our area. It's also made possible thanks to the wonderful small businesses that believe in our coverage, believe in our community, and believe in local athletes. RoCo Radio basketball coverage is brought to you by Pennrose Carwash, voted #1 car wash in Rockingham County. Pennrose Carwash at 1509 South Scales in Reidsville has been serving the Reidsville and surrounding area for over 50 years. Established in 1970 by well-known entrepreneur Leo Rentz, this popular venue welcomes everyone. Pennrose Carwash, open 24/7, and find us on Facebook. Pennrose Carwash, voted #1 Rockingham County Car Wash 3 years in a row. Tonight's game is brought to you by Kooler Ice. Looking for a fresh ice and water option that's ready when you are? Kooler Ice is countywide. Find fresh ice and water at Little Caesars Pizza in Mayodan at 6734 NC 135 across from Walmart. And visit our local Kooler Ice dispenser at Shule's Home, 1635 Freeway Drive in Reidsville. And for all your ice and water needs, you can also find us at Pennrose Carwash in Reidsville at 1509 South Scale Street or Two Rivers Plaza in Eden at 307 West Meadow Road. Get Kooler Ice, great tasting, fresh ice, available 24/7 at all 4 locations. 16 pounds or 32 pounds plus premium water by the gallon or 5 gallons at Kooler Ice, fresh and ready when you are. RoCo Radio basketball coverage is brought to you by Sandy Cross General Merchandise, serving the Sandy Cross community, Rockingham County, and surrounding areas of our beautiful Piedmont Triad since 1988. Rockingham County's community store at 164 Boyd Road in the Sandy Cross community of Rockingham County, celebrating our 36th anniversary. Stop by Sandy Cross General Merchandise for local pure brand gasoline with the cheapest price in Rockingham County for 93 non-ethanol. Sandy Cross General Merchandise is also your Niece's Sausage headquarters with great value for Rockingham County. To find out more about the Log Cabin Store, visit us on Facebook by searching Sandy Cross General Merchandise. High school basketball coverage on RoCo Radio is brought to you by Two Rivers Plaza. Rockingham County's premier location for exceptional small businesses is Two Rivers Plaza at 307 West Meadow Road in Eden. Visit the wonderful small businesses there today at Two Rivers Plaza, your premier source for small business services. RoCo Radio basketball coverage is brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years. Located at 111 Boone Road, Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split, or choose from one of our many menu items such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, the chuck wagon, and so much more at Circle Drive-In since the 1970s. For good food, stop by Circle Drive-In at 111 Boone Road near the roundabout. High school basketball on RoCo Radio is made possible thanks to Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County. Their name changed late last year, but they're the same community-based, mission-focused hospice and palliative care provider the community has known since 1987, providing specialized care for those coping with serious illness. Ancora's mission is to be a supportive presence for life's journey when greater comfort and rapid response matter most. Make sure it's Ancora Compassionate Care. They'll always be there because they've always been here. To learn more about how Ancora can support you, visit AncoraCC.org. Just as they are a supportive presence for life's journey, Ancora Compassionate Care is proud to support our local basketball teams on their journey towards successful seasons. Local basketball coverage is also made possible thanks to our friends at Rockingham Update, the community source for local programming, government meeting coverage, community events, promotion and broadcast, sports, local nonprofit news, and so much more. Providing digital community news on all platforms since 2007, RockinghamUpdate.com aims to serve Rockingham County with the dependable information and coverage it deserves. For local programming, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv, your #1 IPTV station in Rockingham County. We now head courtside with Joe Dexter and David Woods on the call and RoCo Radio basketball coverage on RoCoRadio.com.
Welcome in to T.W. Andrews High School and the Ed Price Classic, the finale. It's the Reidsville Rams and Corvian Community right here on RoCo Radio, RoCoRadio.com. Joe Dexter alongside David Woods. Tournament basketball, classic basketball. Tonight we honor Ed Price, and what's been shown on the court honors what he's done here in High Point.
Absolutely, man. This tournament, we watched the last two games, man. It has been absolutely amazing. I'm going to tell you what, we're throwing an Ed Price Classic party, and everybody's invited. Let's go.
The inaugural put on by head coach Irv Turner of T.W. Andrews, and man, did he do a good job. A packed house here. We just saw a classic game between Berrien Academy out of Fayetteville and Caldwell Academy here out of Greensboro, and Caldwell Academy with the just before the buzzer with 2 seconds left, layup to win it, 63-61. That's just one of, I believe, 6 games here this beautiful, beautiful Saturday. And we got the best one for you coming up on RoCo Radio.
Yes, we do. I'm telling you what, man, we're going to see the high-flying Reidsville Rams. You got Deontay Neal doing Deontay Neal things. Mama, there goes that man. Cameron Jones, J9, Kendra. Man, let's get ready for a party.
It's the Reidsville Rams and Corvian Community Cardinals. You look at what both teams have done. For Corvian Community last year, a trip to the 1A state finals. They dropped a close contest in that one last year, 65-63 to Wilson Prep. They're looking to rebound this year, 4-4 on the year. We know they went to that 1A state championship on the gridiron against Tarboro. They've bounced back with some of those players. They've won 4 straight after losing their first 4.
Yep, that's right. I'm going to tell you what, man, the matchup I'm anxious to see tonight is R.J. Moore Jr. He's averaging 27.4 points a game, and he's going to be guarded by Cameron Jones, who is the best defender for Rockingham. So, man, for Reidsville, sorry. So that's going to be a show to watch right there. And then I think Kendra, man, I think he's going to really show out tonight. And you got Deontay Neal. You know he's going to show out every
What's he do?
He's going to Deontay Neal doing Deontay Neal things. He's going to show out every single night. So, you know, I look for him to get about 30 points.
There's 2 things for me that I'm looking forward to, and I told you this before. I think this is the Kendra Harrison game.
It is.
He's averaging 11 points. We know he's been dealing with sickness throughout this part of the year.
Yeah.
He's battling back. I just got a feeling it's the Kendra game. Number 2, you mentioned R.J. Moore Jr.
Yep.
This is a stud being recruited by High Point, Wake Forest, as well as other schools, A&T in the mix as just a sophomore. He stands at 6'5". Tonight is another opportunity for 5'9" Deontay Neal to show he can play with these big combo guards, and he belongs at the D1 level. That's
absolutely right. And just like we went and rant and raving about last night at West Stokes, man, it's about time for these D1, schools to start looking at Deontay Neal. He's the real deal, man. He's an absolute baller. He's an absolute winner. We see it game in and game out. Come on, guys. Hubert Davis, where you at, man? Let's go. I mean, at ACC, where y'all at? Let's go, man. I'm telling you.
Speaking of recruiting winners, the Reidsville Rams have won 38 straight games. Undefeated state champions last year in the 2A, defeating Farmville Central. They got another one against Farmville in the John Wall Invitational. We talked a little bit about it last night from West Stokes. When you look at what they did in that Invitational, an unbelievable run for them within that tournament. It started with that matchup against Farmville Central. They win that one 85-78. Then Caldwell Academy, the team we just saw, Reidsville picked that one handily, 63-49. Then against Stab, State Ann's Belfield, a 68-61 win to win that tournament championship in their bracket. So they did winning things. And you know who led the way?
Deontay Neal.
Deontay Neal. Get these numbers here in the John Wall Invitational. You ready? 27 points per game, 6 rebounds per game in the tournament, 8 assists per game. He's averaging 7 steals per game this season.
Wow. I mean, you can't teach that stuff, man. I mean, he's just absolutely, like I said, he's an absolute baller. I tell you what, I look him to get up and down the court tonight against this team right here. From what I've seen, they'll take a lot of threes. They'll try to drive it a lot in the paint, but then they'll dish it out for the three-pointer. Like I said, man, I think if you stop R.J. Moore, that's the ball game. He's what they got. He's all they got as far, they got a big man that's sitting at 6'8", 6'9". But he's, I look for Kendra to have a big night. I really do.
We got so excited about this matchup between Corvian Community and Reidsville. We forgot to tell you that this is the Pennrose Carwash Kooler Ice Pregame Show, brought to you by Pennrose Carwash, voted #1 car wash in Rockingham County. Pennrose Carwash at 1509 South Scales in Reidsville has been serving the Reidsville and surrounding area for over 50 years. Established in 1970 by well-known entrepreneur Leo Rentz, this popular venue welcomes everyone. Pennrose Carwash open 24/7, and find us on Facebook. Pennrose Carwash voted #1 Rockingham County Car Wash 3 years in a row. The number 1 team in the 3-3-6 according to high school overtime, number 3 statewide. Nationally, Max Preps has this team ranked at 19 overall in the country and 6th in North Carolina. It's your Reidsville Rams tonight at 9-0, taking on the 4-4 Corvian Community Cardinals. We got that game coming up for you and more from your pregame show, brought to you by Kooler Ice. Looking for a fresh ice and water option that's ready when you are? Kooler Ice is countywide. Find fresh ice and water at Little Caesars Pizza in Mayodan, 6734 NC 135 across from Walmart. And visit our local Kooler Ice dispenser at Schul's Home, 1635 Freeway Drive in Reidsville. And for all your ice and water needs, you can also find us at Pennrose Carwash in Reidsville at 1509 South Scales or 2 Rivers Plaza in Eden at 307 West Meadow Road. Get Kooler Ice. Great tasting, fresh ice, available 24/7 at all 4 locations, 16 pounds or 32 pounds, plus premium water by the gallon or 5 gallons. Kooler Ice, fresh and ready when you are. We talk about the athletic ability all the time of this Reidsville Rams squad, but it's just been on display throughout this season. We talked about Deontay Neal. We talked about Kendra Harrison. We talked about Cameron Jones. But what a difference has Christian Scales made for this team. Now, the stats aren't going to scream out at you, right? You look at the numbers, 10 points per game and 7 rebounds per game. You look at the numbers and that you say, okay, that's a good player, but not a great player. But the way that he allows them to spread the floor, the little things that he does alongside with Cameron Jones, the way that they can continue to exploit matchups with him. If they have to go with Kendra Harrison on the bench with foul trouble, for example, they've got depth with him because he can play inside, he can play outside, he can play on the wing. He's a versatile guy that we don't talk about much that I think deserves a little bit of a highlight here on this pregame show.
I think so, too. I think you're exactly right. When he comes in, man, it's like they never skip a beat, really. He can shoot the 3. He can bang it inside. I mean, he does the dirty work at the same time, too, just as Cam Jones does. Like I said, they don't skip a beat all the way around. They're a complete basketball team. They share the basketball. I mean, you're looking at them right now. They're averaging, per team, 15.7 assists a game. And it's probably going to be more tonight. I'm telling you, I'm looking for Reidsville to have a big show out tonight. They're really going to show out.
Leading the way offensively is Neal, of course, with his 25 points per game, 9 assists and 7 steals, but 10 points per game for Scales, as we mentioned. A double-double average for Kendra Harrison, the big man, with 3 blocks per night. But Janiah Sharp with 22 points per game this season.
And real quick, partner, I got to give a big shout-out to Canaan, Charlotte, and, my wife, Monica. This game's so big, they're even staying up late.
Let's go. Let's go. Canaan, our number 1 fan, I hear.
Oh, yeah. He loves listening to us.
As we get ready for the starting lineups for Corvian Community and your Reidsville Rams. The Rams will be in their white uniforms tonight. Corvian in navy blue with red on their shorts, white numbering and lettering with red trim around the lettering.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you just joining us, welcome to our final game of the evening. Featuring the Rams of Reidsville High School and Corvian High School, the Cardinals. I'm down now with the meeting announcement at this time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see the starting lineup of both teams. First, the visitors from Charlotte, North Carolina, the Cardinals of Corvian High School.
So here comes the starting lineup for Charlotte, North Carolina's Corvian Community.
At guard, number 0, Adrian Scott.
Adrian Scott will start at guard.
Also at guard, number 1, R.J. Moore.
Alongside R.J. Moore Jr.
At forward, number 2, Malachi
McCutcheon gets to start at forward.
At forward, number 3, Doug Quarles.
Doug Quarles gets to start at forward as well.
And the man in the middle, number 15, A.J. Jackson.
And number 15, A.J. Jackson gets to start for Corvian Community. Led by head coach Ron Murphy in his 3rd year. And now your Reidsville Rams about to be introduced here at T.W. Andrews in the Ed Price Classic.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, from
Looking for win number 10 on the season.
Of Reidsville High School. At guard, number 1, Deontay
Deontay Neal gets the start. And a large ovation here at the home of the Red Raiders. Christian Scales will start. Opposite him. And here comes J9 off the bench, Janiah Sharp, averaging 22 points per game.
Also at forward, number 10,
Cameron Jones in the starting lineup, the big man with just over 3 offensive rebounds per game.
And the man in the middle, on his way to the University of Oregon, number 10, Kendre Harrison.
And the big man, Agent Zero, Kendre Harrison. The Rams are coached by head coach Jason Ross. In his 6th season, a record of 112-17. Rams gather up as we get ready for tip.
All right, partner. Ready to clock in?
I'm ready to clock in. Let's do this thing.
Let's go to work.
Doug Quarles III sets to tip from the right side for Corvian. Agent Zero will step in on the left side.
This DJ tonight has had me
He's
hyped up.
It's been great music. We rolling. Get ready for the final game of the Ed Price Classic. Corvian will move right to left to right for your Reidsville Rams. Here on RoCo Radio.
Kendre looks good. He looks locked in. Everybody looks locked in tonight.
Harrison steps into the circle. Battle face with Quarles. Quarles wins it up into the air and start the offense for Corvian.
All right, you got Reidsville coming out in man-to-man.
Far side for McCutcheon. He handles the basketball with a handoff. That goes to Moore Jr. Moore Jr. covered by Cameron Jones. Elbow jumper, hand in the air from Jones. Good job to get the defense. Rip it down for Kendre Harrison. Push the ball for the Rams. Far side Scales to the wing, to the basket for 2. It's long. Rebound goes in the hands of Jones, off the hand of Harrison. In the corner now, Scales for 3. Got it.
Buckets. Let's go.
Christian Scales for 3. 3-0 lead for the Rams here early, with 7:24 to play here in the first. Ball handled by A.J. Jackson Jr., picked up by Neal, just at midcourt, middle of the floor. Off the screen. Get it far side, McCutcheon, and Janiah Sharp forces the travel. Reidsville basketball up 3.
And you're going to see a lot of lockdown defense from Reidsville tonight. They're going to play good man-to-man defense. They're going to play some 2-3 zone and full court press and traps.
Neal up the floor, left to right. A 3 for Christian Scales here early on the first possession. Inside, banging low as Harrison turns to the basket. Baseline, one-hander, not in, off the rim, rolls in on the putback for Kendre Harrison. So here comes Jackson Jr. up the floor. Paced by Neal. Can't drive to the lane, is pushed back to the logo. Now handed off near side McCutcheon, covered by Sharp. Tight coverage here for the Rams here early with a 5-point lead. Jackson drives, hands it off far side to Moore Jr. 27 points per game for Moore. Top of the key, near side McCutcheon to the corner, to the baseline. Bounce pass inside, and a big block on the shot attempt by Quarles for Harrison. He averages 3 blocks per game. He's got one early here, partner.
Partner, I about had to catch that one if I had to save you.
No, my luck would have donked me right in the head.
I may or may not have laughed at that one. May or may not.
You would. There's no mays or mays not about that. You would have been.
That's all right. I would have bought you Chick-fil-A.
First free throw attempt from McCutcheon is no good. So back to the line. This is the Corvian team with several starters in that championship game last year against Wilson Prep. Second one is good for McCutcheon, who is one of those players. So Neal with the basketball, 4-point lead for the Rams. 6 minutes, 18 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Offense will set for the Rams. They'll slow down the pace just a bit here on this possession. Work from the near side to the far side corner. Scales with the basketball, Sharp to Neal, trying to find Scales on that screen. It goes out of bounds.
Yeah, you got Corvian coming out in a zone right now. Looks like a 3-2, maybe mixed up with some 2-3. But the way they're rotating over, it looks like a 2-3.
J9 to inbound from the far side. Bounce pass into Neal. Far side just in front of the timeline. Rams moving left to right with a 4-point lead, 5-1 here early in the first against Corvian. Nice move. Pass to J9. Sets, shoots for three, and hits the cup.
Hey, you ready for this, partner? Agua. Let's go.
2 threes here early for the Rams and an 8-1 lead. Jackson with the basketball for Corvian. Working here near side. Moore. Scales got a hand, but that's just a good shooter. 3-point from the wing for Moore. Back on the opposite side, here comes the Rams. J9 with a long three. Heat check time for J9.
Wow, here we go.
6 points on the night. Back-to-back threes for J9 and 11-4 lead for the Rams. Driving is Jackson, loses the ball. Harrison almost grabs it, quarrels to the hoop though. It's a foul on Cameron Jones, and to the line for Quarles the third, who just returned for Corvian, as you can see with the knee brace on. Played his first game just last night. A great player for Corvian as he heads to the line. 11-4 lead for the Rams. 5:14 to play here in the first. Off the heel and bounces in for Quarles the third. Second one, counted. 11-6, 5:14 here to play in the first. Rams basketball moving left to right. J9 up the floor, handles the basketball, bounce pass near side wing. Neal picked up by 2 defenders, breaks them, heads to the hoop, underhand pass, far side in the corner, Scales. Now to the wing, J9 sets, top of the key, just off the front of the rim. Long rebound goes to the Rams. Harrison picks it up just here on the near side corner to the hoop. Cameron Jones for 2, and he'll head to the stripe. Didn't fall, but Cameron Jones on that scramble play helped reset things for the offense. Good hustle by Harrison to get the basketball. And right inside to the paint for Jones, who heads to the line.
Tell you what, Harrison looks good tonight. Past couple of games that we've watched him, he's been pretty sick, especially the game against North Forsyth that I went and seen, but he looks good.
Shot from the charity stripe is good. Here comes number 2 for Cameron Jones. And it falls. 13-6 lead, 4:50 to play here in the first.
All right, here goes Reidsville with the forecourt.
Jackson far side to McCutcheon. McCutcheon on the sideline to the middle, bounce pass, open look for Quarles. The dunk attempt doesn't fall, gets his own rebound to the floor. Now to McCutcheon. Reset the offense to Jackson. He looks far side to Moore Jr. Moore with the basketball between the legs, picked up by Scales, top of the key. It's a wing 3 for McCutcheon off the rim. Looking for the rebound is Quarles. Whose hand did it go off? Cameron or Quarles? It goes off the hands of Cameron Jones, according to the officials. So inbound for Jackson on the baseline to the left side of the hoop. Far side, Moore with a downtown 3 off the rim. Rebound, long rebound for Deontay Neal. Push the floor. And Moore knows he has to stop him before the easy basket and the foul.
Kendra was coming. It was getting ready to be off the backboard.
Broken glass, maybe?
Oh, hey. We'll stay here all night if we have to.
Neal to inbound. After the foul on the way to the hoop. Lob inside, one-hander for Kendra Harrison.
Wow.
On the inbound pass from Neal on the assist. Harrison with 4. 15-6, 4:08 to play here in the first. Rams lead. Looking to D up against this Corvian Community squad. Poked away by Harrison out of bounds near side. Just in front of the scorers table. We'll stay with Corvian Community. McCutcheon set to inbound. Covered tightly by Scales. Long pass into Jackson. Tight coverage from Deontay Neal. As he looks to work past the timeline right to left. 3:54 to play here in the first quarter. Near side. Looking for room is Moore. Good coverage. Cameron Jones forced him out.
So far, so good. They're holding
Great
RJ Moore in
defensive play.
check. Yeah.
Forcing him to take long shots.
And he'll do it.
Tight coverage.
I've seen him take it from half court and make it.
Neal up the floor. Covered by Milton, who's checked in the game for Corvia. Pass Milton inside. McCutcheon picks up the coverage, now to the corner. Neal will reset at the wing. Crossover between the legs, step back 3 off the rim. Long rebound, but that goes in the hands of Moore. Everybody will set on the next side of the floor, but here comes R.J. Moore, the point guard, sets for three. Jones' hand of the year, but that's nothing but net. 6 points tonight, 2 threes for R.J. Moore. Rams look to answer. J9 spins from the elbow. And he's going to head to the line. Aggressive foul. Puts J9 at the stripe for 2. 15-9 lead for the Rams, the home team here tonight. 3:04 to play here in the first. The finale of the Ed Price Classic at TW Andrews. First is off the front of the rim for J9. You know, we talk a lot about J9's athletic ability. Man's got a 3.725 GPA.
Wow, okay. Am I going to have to start recruiting him to Carolina too?
Second one does count for Sharp, who has 7. 2 threes and that one from the charity stripe. 16-9 lead for the Rams. 2:55 to play here in the first. Moore, far side to Jackson. Now back near side. That's a long 3, and it's nothing but net for R.J. Moore.
I'm telling you, you got to stay on him tight, because if you don't, he's going to shoot it from distance.
He loves that near side wing as well. A 3 makes it 16-12. 2:38 to play in the first. Neal looks for the drive to the basket, the spin, and the foul. One thing is clear, Corvian is not going to let him get in the paint.
No, absolutely not. I'll tell you what, partner, look at this packed out house we got going on right here.
Loaded. The Rams side, we're with our people here on the visitor side.
I mean, it is the primetime show, you know.
It is. Inbound from Scales on the far side, now to the timeline for Neal. He holds the basketball, picked up by Milton. Milton holds his hand out, will have a foul off the ball. That's going to be on Reidsville.
Yeah, that's on J9.
They'll give Corvian the ball back. With 2:29 to play here in the first. 16-12 lead for your Rams. Moore set to inbound.
All right, looks like Reeds was going with the full court press. Here we go.
They'll inbound to A.J. Jackson Jr. Between the legs for Jackson, picked up at midcourt. Full court coverage by Neal. Now Harrison will pick up the point guard into the corner. Drive to the basket for Corvian, kick it out. Milton for 3. It's short, batted inbounds by Harrison on the baseline, and we'll have a foul on the recovery by Cameron Jones. It'll go Reidsville way.
Yeah, J9 got a piece of that right there, partially blocked.
That's going to be foul number 5, I believe, so it'll be free throws for the Rams on the opposite side. If you're just joining us, 16-12. Rams lead it with Cameron Jones to the line. Cameron Jones, first one is good.
I'm going to start calling him old Cool Breeze. He's just as relaxed and as calm.
Rebound, the second one is no good. Rebound from Quarles in the hands of Jackson. He will cover just in front of half court, right to left. 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Far side drive and a swat by Kendra Harrison.
He went up with 2 hands, not just one.
Jackson down on the floor on the baseline. (17-12), 1:56 to play in the first. If you're joining us, thanks for joining us here on RoCo Radio. Comment from Tom. Love the broadcast. I especially enjoy the girls' sports. Are you planning on doing softball? It'll depend on advertising or community support, but we'd love to do those spring sports. Glad to have you, Tom. Thanks for listening. All you in listening in, thank you. First one from the line is off the front of the rim for Jackson, who ends up being fine on the baseline, heads to the charity stripe.
It's like you hit that funny bone a little bit.
Oh, don't you hate that?
That free throw just was
just a little.
Oh, my goodness.
It ruins a man's life when you do that.
It will.
Second one is off the front of the rim. Rebound to the Rams, and J9 far side of the floor to the middle now. As Sharp works the point on this possession. 1:50 to play in the first. A 5-point lead for the Rams, 17-12. Near side wing for Neal. Looks for speed to the baseline. Is fouled before he can get to the cup.
I'm going to tell you what, the intensity of this tournament has been absolutely amazing.
It's awesome, ain't it?
Like I said, the first 2 games that we got to see tonight, I mean, the intensity was up.
Believe it or not, Deontay Neal looking for his first points of the night. And he'll get it from the stripe. Corvian with 5 fouls this first quarter.
Wish I had some of this height some of these guys have out here. Here I am sitting at 5'7". I'm looking at 6'4", 6'5", 6'9" guys.
That's why we're up here, partner.
Tell me about it. I got to get a stepping stool just to dunk.
I got to get a stepping stool just to find something in the cupboard. What are you talking about? 19-12 here in the first quarter. Rams lead. Corvian basketball from right to left. The top commit, R.J. Moore with the basketball far side. The sophomore with offers from A&T and High Point and Wake Forest. Goes to McCutcheon, near side wing, covered by Neal. Hand in the air. Jumper in the paint, no good. Rebound, a strong rebound for Kentre Harrison. Behind the back for Neal. On the ensuing drive, into the paint for 2. Deontay Neal. 21-12.
There we go.
Deontay back on defensive Moore. Two-handed layup. The scoop no good. Rebound McCutcheon. Free throw. Jumper on the turnaround. Also falls out of bounds. Baseline Rams basketball. So Rams move left to right.
What's up, Mike? He's listening from Baltimore.
Bounce pass is in to Deontay Neal from Cameron Jones, and he'll head and set defensive or offensively. Neal, top of the key. Looks to the far side wing. Thought about a step back 3. Instead, between the legs. Jumper from the elbow. Rolls in and out. Rebound Quarles on the battle with Harrison behind the hoop. It'll stay with Rams as it goes out of bounds. And we'll have a check-in for Corvian. A.J. Jackson is in, as is Adrian Scott. Rams lead it 21-12. 43 seconds to play here in the first. Neal, bounce pass, baseline, almost had the open look to Harrison. Harrison with the basketball, turn around with one hand off the glass for Harrison.
I heard it. He called glass on that one.
23-12 as we wind down here in the first quarter. Far side, McCutcheon. Near side to Jackson, covered by Neal. 2 hands high in the air. Forces Jackson to take a step back. Quarles looks to set the screen. The ball is passed inside, bounced away off the hand. Cameron Jones with the pickup to Harrison. One-handed whamma-jamma!
Let's go!
Kentre Harrison.
Oh, there we go, Cam.
8 points for Harrison, 25-12.
Oh, man. All right,
Gwynn checks in for the Rams.
I give that one a 6.7 on the
Richter scale.
Yeah.
Hey, what did I tell you before? That these Rams, they look like they're ready for a cracking.
Oh, yeah, it's coming.
Far 3, McCutcheon at the end of the quarter will not fall. A 25-12 lead for your Reidsville Rams after 1 against Corvian Community here on the Ed Price Classic on RoCo Radio. Brought to you by our friends at Circle Drive-In in Eden. Serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years. Located at 111 Boone Road in Eden, Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle-cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split. Is there anything better than a vanilla milkshake? If you say chocolate, I don't know if we can be friends anymore.
I mean, I could go vanilla or chocolate. Strawberry, too.
Choose one of the many menu items at Circle Drive-In: buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, and so much more. Circle Drive-In since the 1970s for good food. Stop by Circle Drive-In, 111 Boone Road, near the roundabout. Tonight's game brought to you by our friends at Pennrose Carwash, voted #1 car wash in Rockingham County. Pennrose Carwash at 1509 South Scales has been serving the Reidsville and surrounding area for over 50 years. Pennrose Carwash is that popular venue that welcomes everyone. Pennrose Carwash, open 24/7, and find us on Facebook, voted #1 Rockingham County Car Wash 3 years in a row. Rams start with the basketball, left to right to start the second with a 25-12 lead. To the basket for J9 and a foul. Got Darnier under the basket.
All right, so I don't know if y'all do this up here in Michigan or not, but do you take your fries and dip them in ice cream too?
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, you do?
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, just leave them white sauces away from me. Sour cream, mayo, ranch, those are not
That's what I'm
allowed
saying.
in the Dexter household.
We're still partners, but if you don't like ranch dressing, something's wrong with you.
J9 to the line. First one is good. J9 with 8 tonight. Rashawn, glad to have you in the comments. Thanks for listening in, buddy. Second one from the line is good for J9. (27-12) lead for the Rams. Corvian with the basketball. Near side wing, looking for the crossover move. Is McCutcheon. Hands it off to Jackson. Picked up by Neal. Neal with that tight coverage. Lets him go, though. Picked up inside on the pass to Quarles. The third shot missed.
Showtime.
Wide open floor for Deontay Neal. The open layup. 6 points tonight for Neal. Other side of the floor. Here comes Corvian Community. Fade jumper is good.
Here we
From
go.
the free throw line for Josiah Ricks. Now back opposite way for the Rams. 7:10 to play here in the second quarter. 29-14 lead for Reidsville. Looking for the screen is Neal. Now back to the basket. Jones gives some space for Neal for the three from the wing off the front iron. It goes out of bounds on the baseline.
That should be
behind the hoop.
ball.
It'll be Corvian basketball.
Ooh. I don't know about that one.
Jackson to inbound.
R.J. Moore returns.
Sorry, make that McCutcheon to inbound to Jackson. Jackson will slow roll to the timeline, right to left. Now past midcourt, Neal there to greet him. Far side, Moore. Baseline drive and jumper off the back iron. Rebound put back, Quarles the third, no good. Ripping it down is Christian Scales. On the baseline, goes out of bounds, but before throws it to Cameron Jones. Up the floor to Neal. Now top of the key. Crossover move at the free throw line and to the basket. Underhand layup is blocked. Quarles the third with a rebound. Push the floor opposite way now for Corvian. Driving to the hoop is Jackson. The finger roll layup draws a foul. Doesn't fall, but he'll head to the line.
I tell you what, man, both of these teams right now are really banging inside, especially for the rebounds. Been a good, clean, physical game so far.
A.J. Jackson Jr. to the line. First one does not fall. Two very talented teams. Corvian last year fell 65-63 to Wilson Prep.
You got
The state final 1A.
Cam checking out, Kendra checking back in.
Man, that's just ammunition and then some more ammunition. That's not fair.
Oh, we got a tennis ball.
We talked about in our pregame show, Cameron Jones, 4 offensive rebounds per game. What a difference does that make when you've got shooters like Sharp and Scales and Neal?
He's a man at any given night that could really average 10 to 15 rebounds a game.
And then we know what Harrison can do, averaging a double-double. Second one is good for Jackson. 29-15, second quarter. Rams lead it, 6:08 to play here in the first half. Janiah Sharp with a crossover, picked up by Jackson, bounce pass to Neal. Far side wing now in the corner on the handoff to Sharp.
Oh, he pushed off.
And a push-off call, yep. Sharp with the foul. Cardinal basketball. Jackson looks to the sideline for the call from head coach Ron Murphy. Now he'll walk past the timeline right to left.
Let's see if they don't start trapping right here. Here we go.
Boyan picks up the coverage and Neal as well at the top of the key. Far side three for Hicks. 5 points for Josiah Ricks make that 29-18. Opposite side now Sharp. Covered by Jackson. Turns, faces opposite of the basket. Now far side wing jumper is off the front of the rim for Scales. Ball's on the ground. Hustling forward is Gwynn. They'll force the jump ball. But possession arrow, I believe, is in favor of Corvian.
Yep.
Good hustle, though, by Gwynn. If you're just joining us, 29-18 lead for Reidsville. 5:19 to play here in the second.
And for the 40 strong listening in, 41, thanks for listening.
Ricks to inbound, far side baseline behind the hoop. He'll inbound to Jackson. Right to left for Corvian.
Reidsville back with a full-court press.
Scales picks up Jackson. Far side pass, McCutcheon in the corner near side. Cameron Jones with the defense. Back to the basket. A turn at the elbow. Now a one-hander and a swat by Harrison. His third of the game.
Oh, my.
They will call it goaltending, though.
Oh, come on.
29-20.
He sent that one to the fourth row, didn't he?
Nah, it's to the moon.
I like it. I like it.
29-20. Inside 5 minutes now here in the first half. Neal with the basketball into the corner for Scales. Works his way to the wing. Now back to Neal in the corner. McCutcheon with the coverage for Corvian. Back to the basket. Harris just outside the paint. That's where the ball will go from Neal. Powers down. Turns. Faces off the back of the rim. Rebound to Moore. Far side now for Jackson.
Oh, he traveled.
Carry of the basketball is called on the far side wing.
Well, they picked one. He done both, but they.
Hatley in the comments, good points. Keep the arms in tight. Got to watch the fouls.
That's it, Hatley. All gas, no brakes.
So far in this quarter, 2 fouls for Reidsville, 1 for Corvian. Scales top of the key, far side for Neal. One bounce, now past J9 on the shot, gets fouled, no call. It's rebound by Scales inside the paint. Swatted, picked up by Harrison. Ball is loose. Somehow saved in the corner by Neal on the far side. He'll reset the offense with 4:13 to play here in the second. I don't know how he saved that. He'll take a long three from the wing. In and out. Rebound inside for Quarles the third. Corvian basketball. They'll push it here. Jackson near side to Moore. Looks to get past Scales. Baseline. Underhand layup is way long. Rebound by Neal on the far side. Push it the other way of the floor. Top of the key. Now in the corner near side. Baseline drive for J9. It doesn't go. Put back. Scales somehow rolls in on the tip up. Was that Harrison who tipped it in?
Yeah, it was Harrison.
So Harrison gets the tip up. And 10 points on the night.
I'll tell you what, I give it to the officials. They're letting him play. But, man, that one with J9 going up, that should have been a foul.
Timeout.
Timeout on the floor. 3:41 to play here in the second. A 31-20 lead for your Reidsville Rams. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County. Their name changed in late 2023, but they're the same community-based, mission-focused hospice and palliative care provider the community has known since 1987. Providing specialized care for those coping with serious illness. Ancora's mission is to be a supportive presence for life's journey. When greater comfort and rapid response matter most, make sure it's Ancora Compassionate Care. They'll always be there because they've always been here. To learn more about how Ancora can support you, visit AncoraCC.org. Second quarter, 3:41 to play in the frame. A 31-20 lead for your Rams.
I'll tell you what, partner, you missed it. Coach Ross was laying into the official a little bit. I was watching the whole thing.
You're saying he agrees with what you've seen?
Oh, absolutely. You know he does. What's up, Jeff Webster?
Ed Price Classic, T.W. Andrews High School. Inbounds comes for Corvian, right to left to Moore Jr. Now up the floor, Jackson. Push it quick. Pass from Scott is tipped up in the air by Harrison. Somehow brought in by Quarles the third, just off the paint on the far side, but it'll be knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Corvian. Inbound for Jackson Jr., covered by Cameron Jones. Inside to McCutcheon, turns. Now pass it into the corner. Scott back to the wing. McCutcheon. Top of the key, covered by Neal, is Moore Jr. The top-level sophomore. Now in the corner, McCutcheon, baseline drive, and a slam. McCutcheon with three.
I thought Kendra was going to go for the block, but he laid off a little bit.
31-22. Now Harrison turns his back to the basket, covered by Scott. Loses the basketball, regains composure. Now turns, faces, baseline, and
So he picked up his dribble, and then he went down to do it again.
You can't do that. Nope. (31-22). Corvian possession, right to left, 2:55 to play here in the second. Neal with a tight defensive Jackson Jr. Nowhere to go for the point guard. Almost got the steal. 7 steals per game for Neal. In the corner, Moore's 3 is way short. Rebound by J9. Push it for Jediah Sharp. Left to right for the Rams. Top of the key, right into the paint. To the glass, and one for J9.
Let's go.
2 big threes in the first quarter. And now back to the line after dropping that one. 11 points tonight for J9. 33-22. Harrison will check out. Gwynn will check in for the Rams. Oh. And J9 to the line. I believe he's 2 for 2 on the night. Had 2 earlier. That's a 3-point play for Jediah Sharp. 12 points this evening.
All right, Reidsville back with a full court, so they go trapping.
Trapping Moore, covered by Jones in Scales. So I get that R.J. Moore Jr. is the top player, right?
Yep.
He is. We've seen it.
He is.
But when you've got big Cameron Jones covering you and Christian Scales, what are you going to do when you're trapped in the corner?
Ain't much you can do because that's all size right there.
Timeout on the floor here on the second quarter. 2:32 to play. 34-22 lead for your Reidsville Rams. Glad to have you along for the Ed Price Classic, the inaugural at T.W. Andrews High School. Some great games taking place today. Love to see events like this taking place. Full house. Beautiful place here at T.W. Andrews.
It's absolutely amazing. We've had great hospitality here so far. I mean, it has been awesome to watch.
And they got a full vending machine of Pepsi Zero, so I'm happy.
Yeah, that's what you was talking about earlier. So my partner, he drinks, Pepsi Zeros all the time. And he says, you know how you know that you're not going to have to worry about the drink. I got a whole full slew of Pepsi Zeros.
Nobody's drinking it.
Everything else is empty.
Here we go, 2:25 to play in the second. Corvian basketball, right to left. In the state championship game, runner-up last year in 1A. Corvian Community. Runner-up just this year on the gridiron as well in 1A. Jackson Jr. stands at the timeline. Now pass it off here, near side wing. Moore back to Jackson, baseline drive. Nice, beautiful bounce pass, just a little bit long. Quarles has to dive to the elbow. It's going to be a foul on Corvian Rams basketball. A lot of slippage here on the court.
Let's see if they can't get their groove in the half-court offense. It's kind of struggled just a little bit.
34-22 lead. He waits for the basketball on the bounce. It'll roll just in front of him, and he'll pick it up at half court. 1:55 to play here in the second quarter. Elbow for Jones. Turns, faces, passes to Harrison. Back to the basket. Now it rolls in on the turn.
Oh, and then he said he's too small. Oh, no.
12 points for Harrison. Harrison picks up the coverage of Scott on the wing. Now inside, Moore looks to the basket to draw the foul. Coach Ross didn't like that call either.
No way. He had all ball on that one. You know what? Nope. Nope. I ain't going to say nothing. Nope.
He drove to the lane. He did get the look, though. And that's what you got to do as a guard. You get that look, go to the basket. Let everything else dictate what happens from there. Moore's free throw is good. He has 10. The 6'5 sophomore, 27 points per game, a 52% field goal percentage.
You could say that again, partner. Just a sophomore.
Just a sophomore.
Wow.
With offers from High Point University, A&T, and Wake Forest.
Soon to be Carolina.
Everybody can't go to Carolina, my friend.
Yes, they
can.
Not
everybody. Not everybody. Reidsville basketball, far side wing now for Neal. Covered by Jackson, screened by Gwynn. Pass it around the perimeter. Corner three, J9 is long. Rebound Jackson. Far side, push it near side wing. More to the glass and a swat from J9. Foul before. The swat, though, on the layup.
So J9, that'll be his second, I
Not
think.
sure if that was foul was on J9. The foul is actually on Christian Scales.
Christian Scales, okay.
So the foul came before it got to the basket. I'm not going to say what our friend Hatley said in the comments, but take a look, David.
Hold up.
Off the front of the rim. Rebounded J9 on the free throw attempt. Up the floor for the Rams. Neal, no look pass to Sharp. Bounce pass to the wing. Scales for three. In and out. Rebound Harrison. Powers back to the basket. In and out. Tipped up. Grabs it himself.
There you go.
And draws the foul. You ever heard the song by Kanye West called Power?
Yeah, yes.
That's Kendra Harrison. Holy smokes. 2, 3, 4 attempts there and just rips it down. Said, okay, if I'm not going to get the basket, I'm going to draw the foul. So inbounds now on the baseline for Neal. To the left side of the hoop. Pass into Harrison on the wing. J9 sets the offense on the handoff from Harrison. Quick flip to Neal. Far side wing, looks back to Coach Ross, now settles back to the timeline with less than a minute to play here in the second quarter. 36-24 lead for the Rams. They'll just wait for Corvian to apply pressure. I'll let this clock wind down. Now to 30 seconds, here comes Corvian's pressure. Moore picks up Neal. He gets past him. Now McCutcheon on the baseline has to pick up the defense. Cover by two is Neal. Looking for the jump ball call on the reach in to grab the basketball. But instead, a timeout on the floor. With 23.6 to play here in the first half, a 36-24 lead for your Reidsville Rams. Tonight's game brought to you by Pennrose Carwash, voted #1 car wash in Rockingham County. Pennrose Carwash at 1509 South Scales has been serving the Reidsville and surrounding area for over 50 years. Established in 1970 by well-known entrepreneur Leo Rentz, this popular venue welcomes everyone. Pennrose Carwash open 24/7 and find us on Facebook. Pennrose Carwash voted #1 Rockingham County Car Wash 3 years in a row. They even let David over there.
Absolutely. Come on, man. I told you I'm running for mayor. I'll tell you what, Corvian's game plan so far, it's to leave it up to J9, Scales, and Cameron Jones. They're double-teaming Deontay and Kendra.
Inside to Sharp on the bounce pass, free throw line. Open look and a two-handed jam for Kendra Harrison.
Guess what?
Beautiful pass, J9.
You don't double-team that, that's for sure. I give that a
Are they calling that back?
Oh, come on. Yes, they are. They're calling it tech. That's a tech. He hung on the rim, right?
They're celebrating on the far side.
And he's still celebrating.
I mean, if he keeps it up here tonight, he's going to break the glass.
You do it, big man.
Hey, if I had grooves like that, I would dance after a tech, too.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a clean tech. Just trying to put the basketball home. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? We'll let Hatley take care of it.
Inbounds goes to Jackson from Scott. Jackson to McCutcheon for three. Off the heel, skying forward is Kendra Harrison. Quick to Neal. One more pass to J9 to the basket with 3 seconds left in the first half. 2 more for J9 as the horn sounds. 14 for J9 in the first half. 12 for Kendra Harrison. And the Rams lead it 40-26 over Corvian Community here in the Ed Price Classic. And them Rams. First half summary, we take a look at the scoring. Deontay Neal was 6, Sharp with 14, 3 for Christian Scales, 3 for Cameron Jones, 12 for Kendra Harrison. On the opposite side, R.J. Moore Jr. averaging 27 points per game, held to 13, but he's forced a lot of shots. It's put Corvian a little bit out of rhythm with the defense from Reidsville. Malachi McCutcheon with 3, 1 for A.J. Jackson Jr., Doug Quarles the third with 2, and 5 for Josiah Ricks.
I'll tell you what, this is how good the Rams team is. Deontay Neal could have 6 points, and they still be up by 14. What do you do with that, man?
Hey, We talked about this being the Kentre game. 12 points at the half
Yep.
isn't the story. He's controlled the paint. He's gotten into the minds of the Corvian defense. And offensively, he's really put them out of sync inside. The guys that have tried to cover him, it's also thrown out the outside game of Corvian because there's nothing to work inside to get the ball back out.
And I have to mention, that's 12 tough points because they keep double teaming him every time he gets in the paint. Sometimes triple teaming him,
Yep.
and he's still like picking up every offensive rebound he can. He's even going in there, banging in hard, scoring.
Listen, I can keep stats of scores while talking, right?
Yep.
I can't keep stats of rebounds and assists and stuff like that. I just can't do it and talk. I don't have enough brain cells. But I would assume that Kentre and Cameron both have a good amount of rebounds because they've crashed the glass. And on the defensive side, even if they haven't gotten the rebound, they've affected the shot or they have affected the inside interior paint that's allowed guys like Neal and J9 to get up the floor with quick rebounds at the elbow even.
Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you, the 50 that's listening in strong, I'm going to say they got about 15 rebounds apiece, but don't tell anybody I said that, okay?
Hey, he would have said 22, but that's more toes and fingers than he has. At the half, a 40-26 lead for Reidsville over Corvian Community. Here on RoCo Radio, the End Price Classic from T.W. Andrews High School in High Point. We'll be back with more basketball and the third quarter in just a bit here on RoCo Radio. Thanks for listening in here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. Here we go. Third quarter, Ed Price Classic, the finale. Reidsville and Corvian Community, your Rams up 40-26. Glad to have you along on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com.
Hey. Sorry, partner. I'm just vibing to the music right now.
Great music. We having fun. So are the Reidsville Rams. Kendra Harrison with 12 and Janiah Sharp with 14 to lead the way.
I tell you what I do want to see tonight. So we're sitting at, what, 40 points right now? Let's have a big second half. Let's put up triple. Let's put up 100. You want to?
If they get to 90, I'll buy you Chick-fil-A.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, Kendra, go ahead and score 40. All right, we're good. Don't worry about it.
40-26 as we start the third. Rams basketball right to left this half. Harrison gets the inbound from J9 from half court to the top of the key. Hands it off to Neal, set the offense for the Rams. First possession here of the third quarter. Neal on the far side wing, picked up by Jackson. Bounce pass near side wing for J9, covered by Moore Jr. Crossover move. Top of the key, hand off to Neal. Neal now drives to the basket. That paint collapses. Good defense by Corvian. Picking up the point guard, Neal, and we'll have a travel.
I tell you what, man, they've really done a pretty good job on Neal. Neal's strong hand, he loves to drive to his right.
Yep.
And they're taking away that right and making him go back to his left.
Corvian basketball left to right. Jackson Jr. past the timeline at midcourt. Neal with great defense. Far side wing for Moore Jr. Best defender for the Rams, Cameron Jones with the assignment on the sophomore who averages 27 points. Step back three off the front iron. Into the hands of Kendra Harrison. Another board for Agent Zero. Push the floor. J9, far side wing on the long pass to Neal for two. In and out. Sky for the rebound. Just missing it is J9. It will roll on a bounce. It'll stay with the Rams off the hands of Moore Jr.
The rim hasn't been kind to Deontay so far, but he's going to break out of it.
Just underway here in the third. 40-26 lead for the Rams. Right inside to Harrison. Back out, corner three. J9, in and out rebound. Goes to the big man Scott inside. Push the floor for Corvian. Left to right. Turning is McCutcheon. Bounce pass inside to Quarles the third. Easy one-hander.
And here they go, partner.
Back the other way. Bounce pass. Kendra Harrison. The one-handed jam is off the back iron.
Oh, I was getting ready to go crazy.
You just about exploded. I was jotting down stats, and then all of a sudden.
Hey, I'm telling you, you got to be quick on these guys, dude.
You got to wake up after the halftime break. You can't take that much time to jog down 2 points. Foul will be on Adrian Scott. They'll actually give a foul on the slam attempt, so Harrison will head to the line. Kendra Harrison, 12 points.
What do we do? Oh. Coach Ross, man, he's still drilling the official.
Harrison will grab a towel, wipe off the hands before heading to the free throw line. You can definitely tell, like you mentioned, that he's feeling a lot better today.
He does. He looks really good right now.
Spins the basketball. 1, 2 bounces. Now to the free throw line. First one counts. First points of the half. Technically first point of the half, but nobody's asking. I was just predicting the future.
Hey, yeah.
No, second one is off the front iron.
Here it goes.
That's my fault. Sorry, folks. Scott with the rebound on the free throw miss. Up the floor for Jackson. He has nowhere to go. You think he's a good DB. Deontay Neal with the coverage on the point guard. Jackson Jr.'s opportunity close. He has to ditch it off to McCutcheon here near side wing. Covered by J9. Drives to the basket. Turns. And a swat off the glass for Harrison. And another goaltend call.
Oh, my. All right, partner. I'm going to let you take that one. You thought there was no goaltending. Come on.
I like Pepsi Zero. That tells you.
You're just here.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. Inbounds for J9. 41-30. Far side behind the back. Neal, tight coverage by Moore. Ball is loose, picked up by Jackson Jr. Quarles to the hoop for 2. He's got 4 this half. Already 6 points on the night.
All right, they're picking up the full court pressure now again.
41-32. Neal breaks it right to the paint. Nice dish. No look. Harrison off the glass. What an assist. And 15 for Harrison. Opposite side of the floor, Moore Jr. from the wing. Covered by Jones. Goes again with that underhand layup. Too much on it. Scales with the rebound. A foul inside.
Look at there.
Harrison's down on the floor.
Uh-oh.
I think he might have got hit.
Hit in the eye?
In the face, yeah.
Got my guys over here having a good time.
43-32. Harrison being helped out. Oh, it looks like he's getting some help with the ankle. Being helped by a trainer, Coach Ross over there as well. 5:44 to play in the third. 43-32 lead for Reidsville as Harrison gets some medical attention. He's going to get some help from the coaching staff to work his way to the bench. And a round of applause here from the folks attending the Ed Price Classic. He's going to, with 1 foot, make his way from the far side baseline to the near side, middle of the floor, make it to the near side on the far side of the court to the Reidsville bench.
What is Coach Ross doing? He's going. Oh my! Now he's going after the other official. All right, I tell you what. If he gets a tech, then I get Chick-fil-A, right?
So Gwynn will check in for Harrison. Scales to inbound. With 5:44 to play in the third. Bounce pass far side to J9. Moore Jr. with the coverage. Crossover and quick bounce pass to Scales. Breaks the press, past the timeline, but loses the basketball. It's going to go out of bounds. Corvian basketball on the far side. 43-32, 5:35 to play here in the third. Scales will cover inside on Quarles the third. Neal picks up Jackson Jr. at the top. Near side wing, gets a hand on it, into the hands of J9. Push the floor. Quick pass in front of Neal, and the underhand layup. Deontay Neal with 8. Fast break points. The name of the game for the Rams, 45-32. Far side now, Moore looks to answer. He'll draw a foul on the drive to the basket. Reidsville faithful, not a big fan of it.
Might as well say David Wood's not a big fan of it. Sorry, partner.
Inside, top of the key for Scott. He hands it off to Moore for 3. Off 1 foot. Moore with 16. Rams basketball right to left. They lead at 45-35. 4:55 to play in the third. Near side wing. Scales for 3. Quarles tries to cover. Don't get it. Splash. Christian Scales with 6. Right back to the other side of the floor. McCutcheon hands off to Moore. Covered by Cameron Jones. Picks up the coverage to the free throw line. Drives to the basket. And he'll head to the free throw line on the foul and a technical on Coach Jason Ross.
Well, I think we're getting ready to get a little bit heated here. He's got to get back before he gets another one.
It's not that Coach is asking for much. He's just asking for clarification on things.
On Cameron Jones is 4. Also a technical foul.
So it heads to the line for Corvian. Moore Jr. makes the first. And the second is off the front iron.
Hey, one thing it's always said, the ball don't lie. Right?
Right.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
All right.
So here comes the third one. And that one will roll home for Moore, who is 18. And he'll get one more on the technical foul.
Ooh, 2 out of 3.
19 for Moore Jr., so 2 for the technical, 2 for the foul on the drive to the basket. 4:37 to play here in the third, 48-38 lead for the Rams. Kendra Harrison on the bench with the injured what looked to be ankle. So Jackson gets the basketball for Corvian, covered by Neal. Far side, looks wing, high sky pass into Corals, who looks to the basket, and another foul call. I believe that's going to be on Gwynn.
You know, they were letting him play in the first half, but now they're starting to call it a little tighter.
Top of the key, Scott. Pass it far side wing between the legs. Moore 3. Long rebound. Scales takes an elbow, but brings it home. On the rebound. That's a tough player inside. So Rams basketball, foul called on the rebound. It'll be an inbound for the Rams. Janiah Sharp from behind the hoop into Deontay Neal. 48-38 lead for the Rams. Third quarter, 4:18 to play here in the Ed Price Classic. Far side wing now on the pass from Neal to Scales. Inside, elbow, Gwynn back to the top of the key for Sharp. Shot blocked, it ends in the hands of Neal on the ground. He picks it up.
And one.
Works.
Oh.
And I think it's going to be a
Yeah, it was on the floor.
travel. It was on the floor, okay.
Yeah, it
Push
was on
foul.
the floor.
I thought they were going to call a carry of the basketball there for a second. But Adrian Scott called with the foul, so inbound for Neal on the baseline, left side. Rams moving right to left on the floor. Neal from the wing, covered by McCutcheon. Right to the hoop. No look pass to Gwynn. Draws a foul to the line. Brian Gwynn to the stripe because of what Deontay Neal has done with the basketball, getting his teammates involved tonight. He's had some beautiful dives.
How did you like that? The no-look dish?
Woo.
Oh, man.
Brian Gwynn at the line for the Rams.
All I know, David, Gwynn makes the free throw, is that his no-look dish is better than any casserole we could make.
I tell you what, man, we need to go to the Y. I'm going to start throwing no-look dishes to my partner, Joe Dexter, with a two-handed slam.
Can I do a wrestling stance? Second one is good for Gwynn. 50-38. The assist from Neal gets Gwynn to the line at his first 2 points of the night. Opposite side, Jackson Jr. just bulldozes to the hoop. Doesn't make the shot. It falls well short. Neal with the rebound. Cross court. And another foul, but not on the shot. So another inbound behind the baseline.
I'm seeing it, partner. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it.
Bounce pass into Gwynn, near side corner, work at top of the key, Scales. Around the perimeter, Sharp on the far side wing to Neal in the corner. Back to the top of the key for Sharp. Drives, pass, Moore with two.
Let's go.
Nice touch with Janiah Sharp. And a timeout. 52-38. Rams lead 3:26 in the third. Sharp was 16.
Partner, you seeing this? You see it? He's still going after him. Staring him down. Oh, man.
You know what?
I love it.
We won't say much about it, but two words come to mind, rightfully so.
I'm going to gonna tell you what. If I was a head coach right now in this game, I would have been done got tossed. I would have been out. Look, I would have been over there at the.
You've been buying a hot dog.
I would have been buying a hot dog.
You'd have been a short today with the cash only, but
I would have brought you a Twix up here, saying, "Look, partner, I'm just gonna sit down for a minute. I'm done."
your doc would be calling you your blood pressure numbers.
Yep. Dr. Erin Carroll from Day Springs. Yep. She already knows me.
So out of the timeout, Corvian basketball. Moore Jr. will inbound, baseline, near side to Jackson as they work left to right. 52-38 lead for your Rams. 3:20 to play here in the third. Far side for Jackson Jr. Crossover between the legs, picked up by Gwynn. Nice pass inside. Quarles gets the basket and to the line. Good game for Quarles quietly. He's got 8. Hatley in the comments, I would have pulled the Bobby Valentine.
Oh.
Came back in disguise.
Put the mustache on.
Free throw is off the heel. Long rebound for the Rams. Rebound for Ingram in the ball game for Reidsville. Sharp hands off to Neal. Now to the free throw line. Quick pass to Gwynn on the baseline far side. Just off the paint. Long shot. Rebound Ingram. Reset the offense. Top of the key. 3. Splash.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Janias Sharp.
With the trifecta.
19 points on the evening. Far side for Moore Jr. Covered by Sharp. Off the heel. Rebound. Put back attempt and a foul. It's going to be on Ingram, who's first.
I'll tell you what, man.
And now with 5 to the free throw line for Moore Jr., who is 19.
I'll tell you what, Corvian does not look like a 4-4 ball club, man. They look really good.
First one is good. Of course, in that football championship with several other players out, several of those guys returning just last night.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I know you was telling me about that this morning.
Second one off the front rim. Rebound Quarles the third. Put back. Draws a foul. He'll head to the line.
Oh, my.
I mean, the story can be told. Several Reidsville players hands still staying straight in the air as Quarles heads to the free throw line.
You know, I'm kind of having to – I'm looking over, but then I'm kind of keeping my eye on Coach Ross over here, seeing if he's being a good boy or not. He's ready to get started again.
Long free throw, no good. We'll have a substitution for the Rams. Savion Johnson is in for Christian Scales.
Yeah, he come up and talked to us before pregame, man. How you fellas doing?
Coach.
Great to see him.
Second one off the heel. Rebound for Corvian. It stays in the air, pulled down by Ingram. Now on the opposite side of the floor. Crossover move for J9 in the corner far side. Picked up by McCutcheon. Now a few steps back with 2:23 to play here in the third. Back to midcourt. Bounce pass from J9 to Neal. Looking to set up the offense. Gwynn, near side wing. Ingram in the corner. Neal picked up just off the wing to the free throw line, and a foul to the hoop.
Foul on Maxwell Garvin, his first.
Foul is on Maxwell Garvin, his first, and Neal to the stripe. Neal with 8 tonight. First one is good.
Tell you what, normally you don't ever hear Deontay say anything, but he's been very talkative tonight.
That's a good point. Second one is good. Or not good. Rebound long. Up the floor. Quick foul. You know, as McCutcheon heads to the line. It's really changed the flow of this game.
I am on your brainwave because, you know, we just about have the same brainwave. I mean, I could be at my full-time job and you could be, you know, doing your thing, and we'll be on the same brainwave.
McCutcheon's first is good from the stripe. 56-42.
Am I going to have to hold you back?
No.
Oh, man, I hope not.
No. We don't need that. I don't know though, partner. I'm all amped up on Pepsi Zero.
Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness.
56-43.
Oh.
I mean, this game has completely
It's
changed.
It's slowed down a lot now. There's no flow whatsoever. Every couple of seconds, foul. Say anything bad. I just say, you know,
56-43. Neal to the stripe. Gavin with another foul. In the 1-and-1, Neal to the free throw line. Do you know what he doesn't do?
What's that?
I'm not going to.
Oh, don't start. No.
86% free throw shooter, I believe it is.
Well, we got some wood right
for
behind
Neal.
us if you need
Got
to
some
knock 'em.
wood up here on the noggin. Second one.
Look at what you
doesn't roll
did.
in. No.
No.
Doesn't roll in for Neal. Rebound for Jackson Jr. Right up the floor to the paint. Two-handed layup. Falls short. Rebound Ingram inside. A fight with Jackson Jr. And I believe that's going to be a possession arrow. Yep. Jump ball in favor of Corvian. We'll have some substitutions. Scott back in the game for Corvian, as well as Milton.
And I got to give a shout out to the 64 listening in. Really appreciate it. Thank
Glad
you.
to have you along. The 57-43 ball game. Corvian inbound, near side corner. McCutcheon covered by Gwynn. Jab step to the bucket and another foul.
Man.
Look at this though, coach. Look at this though. As a coach, how do you love seeing J9 telling to Gwynn with the foul? Hey, calm it down. It's all right.
Hey, that's yeah. They do still have the lead, so we're, you know, free throw here, free throw there.
You love seeing the teaching there. As McCutcheon back to the line. First one is good. And a timeout on the floor. 1:45 to play here in the third. 57-44. Tonight's game brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years. At 111 Boone Road in Eden, Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split. Or choose from one of our many menu items, such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, and so much more at Circle Drive-In since the 1970s. For good food, stop by Circle Drive-In at 111 Boone Road, near the roundabout.
Partner, I'm going to tell you right now, if you keep talking about Circle Drive-In, I'm going to go order the whole menu. I'm starving. They didn't even take debit cards here tonight. It's killing me.
Back to the line. The back end of a 1-and-1 is McCutcheon, and he drains it. 7 points for McCutcheon. 57-45 lead for the Rams. J9 takes the basketball. Covered by Jackson. Now in the corner. Ingram three. Off the front of the rim. Push it quickly. Jackson to Moore Jr. Misses the layup.
Uh-oh.
Rebound J9. He's got numbers. Deontay Neal to the right of him. Gets it to him. Layup is long, and it's going to be 2 for Neal. See, this is what makes Reidsville as good as they are. So Neal, J9 gets down the lane. He does get it to Deontay, but it's a little late, right?
Yep.
Neal does what he has to do. J9 got the ball to him. He gets to the charity stripe, doesn't make the layup. But afterwards, Deontay Neal is talking to J9, like, come on, man, you got to get to me a little bit earlier. First one is good for Neal.
But his demeanor, his facial expressions, they never change. Have
Never
you noticed
waver.
that? Never.
Savion Johnson in for the Rams.
It's like Deontay could be arguing with you, and he's just laid back doing it.
Second one for Neal is through. 12 points for Neal. 59-45 lead for Corvian Community. Up the floor from McCutcheon on the far side. Covered by Gwynn. Hand in the air. Nice step back crossover move for McCutcheon. The shot doesn't fall though. Rebound inside for Ingram. Far side up the floor past the timeline. Right to left for J9. Picked up by Moore Jr. Gwynn on the baseline. Off the ball. Will work his way to the wing. J9 looking to set up the offense with 49 seconds to play here in the third. He drives to the lane. It opens it up for him to the cup. It's long. Rebound goes to Corvian. It's knocked out of bounds. Falls loose. Picked up by Gwynn. It stays with Reidsville. In the corner, J9. Long two. Will not fall. Rebound Ingram. Back on the bounce pass to J9.
There it is.
Past the big center and to the cup.
Let's
for
go.
J9. 21 points tonight. He just got past Olsen. 18 seconds on the far side. Jackson for three. Hits the rim, but nowhere near the cup. Goes out of bounds with 13.9 seconds. 13.9 seconds here in the third. 61-45 lead for the Rams. Corvian basketball. Jackson Jr. gets it on the baseline inbound. Now in the corner, more shot. It's deflected by Neal. It forces the miss. He looks up to the clock with 4 seconds. Drives all the way up the floor to the corner. J9 pump fake for three.
Oh, man.
What a play by Neal, though, to look and make a play and make a possible shot attempt for J9. 61-45 lead for the Rams as we head to the fourth quarter here on RoCo Radio. Glad to have you along. Joe Dexter, David Woods. 66 strong. Tonight's game brought to you by our wonderful sponsors, Kooler Ice, Circle Drive-In in Eden, Ancora Compassionate Care, as well as Pennrose Carwash. Head to the fourth. 61-45.
What do you think? Do some little dance moves. Hit you with a no look right here. See that? Did you see that? I know you did.
Jab step.
Can't see me.
Nobody wants to see it. Let's be honest. Hey, let's be honest.
Shots
Hey, let's call a
fired.
spade, okay?
Shots fired. You know what? I beg to differ on that. You spent 2 days with me. I beg to differ on that one.
Just about ready for the fourth quarter. The final quarter of the Ed Price Classic, the inaugural Ed Price Classic at TW Andrews, Corvian Community, and Reidsville. The Rams with a 61-45 lead. How about these guys stepping in with the injury of Kendra Harrison? You got Ingram out there, Savion Johnson, and others stepping in, making a difference.
No Kendra. Deontay having an off night a little bit. No Cam Jones. They're still almost winning by 20.
Trayshawn Brown also in the game for Reidsville. Deontay Neal with the basketball to start the fourth. To the lane. Pump fake. Swatted. In the hands of the Rams. I believe it was Gwynn. Off the hands of Ingram. J9 somehow got it. Ball's on the ground. Picked up by Ingram. In the corner. Deontay Neal. Pump fake. Now sets for three. Off the front. Long rebound. Opposite way for Brown. Rams keep it. No look. Bounce pass to the baseline.
Oh.
J9 to the cup, but it's swatted away again. Quarles the third with a rebound. Jackson Jr. gets the ball from his big man. Now up the floor, pass inside to Moore Jr. Close, and a great job by Ingram forcing the travel. The pass was a beautiful outlet pass up the floor, but it was past the cup behind the hoop on the baseline, and Ingram trapped Moore Jr.
Oh, read the comments when you get a chance, buddy.
Up the floor, Deontay Neal looks for the layup. Picked up by McCutcheon, baseline save. Now up the floor to the far side. Jackson looks again inside. Moore Jr. grabs the basketball, then one-handed whips it off of Brown, trying to force the out of bounds on the baseline.
So, Miss Dexter, you saying he's going to be running laps at 7? I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there for that.
Inside to the cup. Quarles the third. Ingram called for the foul, and Quarles the third to the line. He has 8 for the Cardinals.
And see, I'm the type of friend that would bring an AED machine in that type of situation. You know what I'm saying?
Please do.
I'd help you out.
Please do.
I would help you out.
Please do. That somehow finds a way on the free throw attempt. 9 points now for Quarles, the third, 61-46. Off the backside, rebound for Brian Quinn. Hands it to Neal, covered by Milton. Neal looking to get past the timeline, two there. Jackson Jr. and Milton gets past both of them. No look pass inside to Quinn. Big swat on the block.
I'll tell you what, man, I've really been impressed with Gwynn. He's had a big-time game.
Yes, he has.
As far as getting rebounds down offensively and defensively.
He heads to the line. Draws the foul on this, what looked like a block. It gets hand. That one is nothing but net. 3 points for Gwynn. Some substitutions. Savion Johnson is in for Trayshawn Brown. Second one is good. 63-46, 6:45 to play in this one. Right to the basket for Milton. His first two of the night on a beautiful pass from Jackson. Neal takes it up the floor between the legs. Goes past two defenders, bounce pass on the baseline.
Did you see that?
He cupped that ball, high cupped, and then whipped it down.
That was almost an and one mixtape right there.
Neal to Gwynn, now near side wing for Sharp. Back to Neal. Slips in the paint. Corvian wants a travel call, and it will be a foul. Deontay Neal to the line with 12.
Boy, I'm glad I'm not down there right now. Good day. Wow.
Neal will inbound. There's 6:22 to play. Inbound left side of the hoop. Looks like we'll have a timeout. No, we're going to have a foul.
Whoa.
Off the ball.
All right, never mind. Play on.
Inbound from Milton to McCutcheon, far side. Tries to drive through Gwynn. Instead kicks to the corner. Moore's three is short, gets his own rebound, and draws the foul on the layup.
Michael in the comments, he said I could listen to Joe and David read Cheesecake Factory menu.
Cajun pasta. First one is good for Moore Jr.
All right, look, you're probably going to be like, what? So I've never been to the Cheesecake Factory.
What?
Never. There it was.
What?
Never been. I
Good
got to
food.
go. All right, Monica, if you're listening in, babe, we got to go. I love some good cheesecake now. Oh, my goodness. I could eat a whole one by myself.
Second free throw is good for Moore. 22 on the night. Top recruit. Reidsville basketball right to left. Neal. 3, 4 steps. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, all right. He did push out a little bit.
A little
He pushed
push
up.
and a foul.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't
I
Michael Jordan on Byron Russell push.
I know. He extended it just a little bit.
Just a touch.
That's it.
63-50, Rams lead. 5:55 to play here in the fourth. Jackson Jr. in the corner. Moore another three. Backside of the iron. Skying for the rebound is Cameron Jones. Far side to Neal. Covered by Milton. And they'll call another foul. That's going to be this time on Milton on Neal's drive.
Partner, if we keep this up, we're going to have to go into starting five.
At guard for your Reidsville Rams. A 5'6.5" in his head, but really 5'5", Joe Dexter. There you go. Janiah Sharp with the inbound on the far side. Bounce pass to Neal as he works his way to midcourt. 5:30 to play in this one.
They've got
a
it spaced out.
63-50 lead. Wide spacing defensively, the 1-2-1 look. Three is in and out. Rebound to Jones, one-hander off the rim. Rebound to Quarles of Corvian. Up the floor, near side. Kick it in the corner. McCutcheon to Ricks. His 8th point of the night off the bench. And a timeout on the floor. That's my dog. 5:12 to play. Fourth quarter, 63-53. A 10-point ball game if you're just joining us. Big start for the Rams. They went up 25-12 in the first. At the half, those 40-26. A big first half for Kentre Harrison with 15 and several rebounds, but went out with what we believe to be an ankle injury. He has not been back since early in the third quarter. Rams led by Janiah Sharp, scoring-wise with 21. Deontay Neal with 12. And as mentioned, Harrison with 15.
I think he's out now just for precautionary.
Absolutely. He's over there dancing.
He's over there dancing now. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog.
That's what I do every time Woodsy comes
Do
to
you
pick
do that?
me up.
Absolutely, my man. Absolutely.
63-53.
I'm going to tell you what, if some of these people hung out with us.
J9 just slips on the wet floor. They call it travel, and J9's down.
I hope he's all right.
Man.
Whoa.
I mean, we've seen it several times in this finale. This floor is slippery. We didn't see anybody wipe it up at half.
I don't think they have anybody really wipe it up. I haven't seen nothing.
Here comes the towel.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, I'm not trying to throw shade, but a little white towel here? I mean, we're seeing it on both sides of the floor. The last thing you want to see is a major injury. Hadley in the comments says, I hear someone down there going off like me.
Oh, man. I'm about to give her my mic.
When you see a slip like that, though, that could
really severely hurt somebody.
I mean, J9 was with the basketball and just completely slid like he was going down the hill on a sled with the snow coming tomorrow. Shot by Jackson Jr. is well short. Rebound by Gwynn. Pushes the floor right away for Deontay Neal to the bucket. Rebound Quarles the third and up the floor the other way.
They got numbers. There
Jackson Jr. to Moore for three. In and out. Rebound inside on the pass from Jackson. Nice assist. Quarles the third with 11 now. 63-55. Lead for Reidsville. 4:30 to play. Far side corner. Gwynn for three. Knew when he shot it was far long. Jones almost got the rebound inside. Instead to Moore Jr. Bounce pass and set the offense for Corvian Community. On the far side, Jackson Jr. at the wing to the bucket.
I didn't see anything, partner. What did you see? Same thing.
It's gonna be a foul on Reidsville.
I'm gonna tell you, Reidsville.
The foul will be on Brown.
They have really struggled tonight on the half-court offense, man. It's shots are. I mean, the rim is just not kind to them.
Jackson Jr.'s free throw is good.
I say this, and they still put up 63 points.
Well, you think they can score 27 in 4 minutes? Because then I can get you Chick-fil-A. I promise that. 90.
I want the spicy chicken sandwich, the waffle fries, honey mustard.
Second free throw, Jackson Jr. is good. 3 total points for the guard. 63-57, 4 minutes to play here at T.W. Andrews High School, the finale of the Ed Price Classic. Bounce pass inside, the beautiful hook from Quinn, hits the heel, rebound to Moore Jr., pushing up the floor on the far side. McCutcheon, near side to Jackson. Hand to the air, top of the Hicks. Somehow got that shot away. Hand in the air, adjusted mid-air. A sideways shot. Goes out of bounds here on the near side corner. I don't know how. Rick seems like one of those heat check guys. He's got 8 points off the bench. Pulls the third. Top of the key for Jackson Jr. Back to Moore. Working far side. Corner three for Ricks. Rebound for Qualls the third, just off the baseline near side. Reset the offense for Corvian. Tipped high in the air by Scales.
How does that work out? Explain that one. How does that work?
And a foul is called.
Wait. Oh, I thought it hit off the banner up top right there.
It did.
And they called it a...
That's what it is. Yep, the reset.
Okay.
No foul on the...
That's the first time I've ever seen that.
Between the legs for Jackson Jr. Neal up top. 3:16 to play. It's a 63-57 ball game.
Oh, missed it.
Win for McCutcheon. Misses the dunk. Rebound. One-hander is well short for Qualls the third. Push the floor. Beautiful pass. Cameron Jones to J9 and a charge call.
Oh, my. Didn't see the feet set on that.
So it's 63-57 with 3 minutes to play. Corvian basketball, left to right. Jackson Jr. walks to midcourt where he's met by number 1, Deontay Neal.
Oh, here we go.
And there we'll get an offensive foul on Corvian off the ball. On Moore Jr. covering Janiah Sharp.
Yeah, partner, that was a moving screen right there. That's a no-no.
Coach Ross got off the bench, was walking. The official said, nah.
Oh, I thought he was going to give him a high five.
Christian Scales with the inbound on the baseline for the Rams.
70 strong. Thanks for listening in. We appreciate y'all.
63-57 Reidsville. Bounce pass inside to Neal. Jackson Jr. will take some backpedaling steps. Pass midcourt. Now Neal past the timeline, right to left. Crossover move. Drives to the basket.
Ooh.
Behind the back. One-hander. In and out rebound. That one goes to Scott. Up the floor. Quickly Jackson Jr. to Moore with the open layup. Moore Jr. with 24.
All right.
63-59.
Cut it down to 4.
J9, far side wing to the cup. Protects the ball and gets 2 points.
That's big man basketball right there, partner.
J9 with 23. 65-59. 2 minutes remaining. Top of the key for McCutcheon, covered by Jones. Wide open look for Ricks, and he brings it home.
And we got a timeout.
11 points for Ricks, all off the bench. Those are big points right there. The 3 makes it a single possession game, 65-62, 1:56 remaining. And a timeout on the floor here in the fourth. Tonight's game brought to you by Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County. Their name changed in late 2023, but they're the same community-based, mission-focused hospice and palliative care provider the community has known since 1987, providing specialized care for those coping with serious illness. Ancora's mission is to be a supportive presence for life's journey when greater comfort and rapid response matter most. Make sure it's Ancora Compassionate Care. They'll always be there because they've always been here. To learn more about how Ancora can support you, visit AncoraCC.org. Final 2 minutes. 65-62 lead for Reidsville. The runner-up in 1A last year, Corvian Community. The defending champions in 2A, the Reidsville Rams.
All right, partner, here they go. Corvian's coming out in the full court press. They're going to.
Jackson Jr. covers Neal. Ricks covers J9. The bounce pass on the inbound to J9 from Scales on the far side. Rams look to get cross court from right to left. 1:50 to play. They lead it by 3, 65-62. Neal waits for the screen from Cameron Jones, gets it, but not enough room. Breaking through it is Jackson Jr. Picks up the coverage on Neal, goes for the reach in, and will draw the foul.
That's free throws, right?
That's free throws for Deontay Neal. Good job by Neal to stay calm and composed. It's almost as if he knew if he did that, he'd force the reach in.
Neal wakes up out of bed and is always calm and composed.
So to the line for Deontay Neal. That's huge in a 3-point ball game. 87% from the stripe. First one rolls through. Official hands the basketball to Neal. Second one is good. Deontay Neal with 14, 67-62. A minute 30 to play. Rams lead it over Corvian Community. Jackson Jr. gets the screen from Moore to the paint for 2.
That was too easy.
Jackson has 5.
You've got to rotate over.
3-point game, 67-64. 1:15 to play. Neal crosses the timeline right in front of the scorer's table. Back to the basket, covered by Jackson. Now turns with the crossover and will reset. Looking back for the look for his offense. Cam Jones at the top of the key with the screen on Jackson Jr. Not enough room. Now on the far side, Neal resets the offense again. Past 2 defenders, gets past Scott with the crossover to the free throw line. They're just going to eat up this time if they're not going to get that look.
That's a good job right there.
And they draw the foul and back to the line for Deontay Neal.
I kept peeking over at Gwynn. He was wide open on the side right here at the three-point line. Good job by Neal. You want to have him at the free throw line, if anybody.
Exactly. If you're Coach Ross, you're saying, Neal, hold on to the ball.
That's who you want.
If they're not going to press on you, and you can't get a look for an open, easy basket, just keep dribbling the ball with the lead.
That's right.
49.5 to play, 67-64. Neal back to the line. Drains the shot, 68-64. Far side corner 3 for Moore. Backside off the top of the rim. That's going to be Rams basketball. Huge, 40 seconds and a 4-point lead for the Rams. We're going to have a foul man in for Corvian to protect one of their top scorers. Sharp gets the basketball on the inbound. Spins past Moore, who tries to foul him, and he can't pick up the foul. Reaching for the basketball and drawing the foul is J9. The reach in from Ricks just in front of midcourt with 34 seconds to play. So J9 to the stripe, 68-64 lead for your Rams. 23 points on the night for Janiah Sharp. Steps off the free throw line. Official signals him to step to the stripe, and now he gets the bounce pass, set to shoot number 1.
There it is.
This one is good. 24 points. You can tell, partner, J9 walking a little gingerly.
I've noticed
with that left leg. He's pointing to it now. His left ankle.
Deontay Neal at
right
times
ankle making.
has been kind of a little hobbly.
Second one from the line. Nothing but net for Janiah Sharp with 25. Roll the basketball to McCutcheon. Past the timeline, left to right, 30 seconds to play.
Oh, that's right.
To the elbow, and they called it travel. Good call. It looked like they were let it go there for a second.
Mama, there goes that man, Cameron Jones.
28.5 to play. The turnover gives the Rams the ball with a 6-point lead and 28.5 to play. Scales inbounds near side, swat away from J9, but he picks it back up, recovers it, and a foul on J9 from Moore Jr. Back to the line for J9. You talk about big games, right, like this is. It ended up getting close. Deontay Neal in the one-on-one is perfect from the line in his last 5. J9, 2 for 2. Looking to go 2 for 2 here. That wins big games. First one is good.
It's like they have an on and off switch when they want to turn it on and really turn it on in crunch time, man.
Off the front of the rim on the second one for J9. Up the floor for Jackson Jr. Quick shot, more off the rim, off the hands of Scales on the rebound. J9 and Jackson Jr. battle for it. Shot from the corner for 3. He wanted the foul to Jackson Jr. More to the hoop. It rolls in. Stop the clock. 9.9. And a 71-66 ball game. Moore Jr. with the layup. So 26 points for him. 9.9. 5-point game. .9 to play at the house that's rocking at TW Andrews. The Ed Price Classic, the finale. Free throws at the end, key for the Rams.
Everybody dancing, having a good time on the Reidsville side. I love it.
9.9 seconds left.
I'll tell you what, man, I'm going to let that DJ ride back with us. You want to?
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you what, we're going to jam out, eat some Chick-fil-A.
Thanks to our sponsors tonight for making this broadcast possible. Pennrose Carwash, Kooler Ice, as well as Circle Drive-In and Ancora Compassionate Care, and our friends at Rockingham Update.
And for the 74 strong listening in, we really do appreciate it. Thank you so much.
71-66 inbound to Neal. That's not the guy you want to foul, but they don't have a choice.
Oh, that's the guy you want to foul. That's what I'm saying. Hey, for us, yeah.
So Neal to the stripe. Nothing but net.
Tickle the twine.
16 for Neal. Gets the second one, 17 on the night for Deontay. 5 seconds to go, 73-66. Jackson with the one-hander, blocked and batted out of there by J9 in the hands of Deontay Neal as the horn sounds. The Rams keep that 38-game winning streak alive and remain undefeated, move to 10-0 on the season. Final score 73-66 over the runner-ups last year in 1A Corvian Community. Taking a look at some final numbers. Deontay Neal finishes with 17, 26 for Janiah Sharp, 6 for Christian Scales, 3 for Cameron Jones, 15 for Kentre Harrison, 4 for Brian Gwynn. For Corvian Community, 26 points for R.J. Moore Jr., averaging 27 on the season. A 6'5 sophomore. McCutcheon with 7, 5 for A.J. Jackson Jr., 2 for DeMarcus Milton. Make it 11 for Quarles III and 11 for Josiah Ricks. Woo.
You all right? You good?
I'm good.
You good?
And the Rams are even better, and here's why. You go up big. At the half, it's 40-26.
Yep.
At the end of the third, it's 61-45. You battle adversity. It goes down to a one-possession game, a 3-point lead. They battle back, do what they have to do to get the win without Kentre Harrison on the floor. It tells you everything you need to know about this team and how tested they are and how much they're ready for any situation on the floor. Great game for the Rams, 73-66 win.
I'm going to tell you what, we're going to let Brian Gwynn talk a little bit right here.
Bring in Brian Gwynn. Brian, glad to have you on, man. What a great game coming into the situation. You get the injury, you battle in there, and you made some big plays. Tell us about what it felt like out there against that top team in Corvian Community.
You know, it was an honor that my coaches had faith in me to go out there and do what I had to do. I put in the work over the summer, you know, reps on reps on reps, so I knew, you know, I had to go out there and step up because, you know, you got to stay ready so you never have to be ready.
That's right. That's absolutely right, and your role on the team is a key one. In situational basketball, it came down to a one possession. You guys look ready, though, and the free throws as well. Those guys, your teammates, Deontay and Janice, they're going to nail those free throws. Talk a little bit about the end of the game.
The end of the game, you know, we knew Dre was out. Everybody was in foul trouble, so we just had to play smart. You know, we had to let a couple things go at the end of the day. But, you know, we still went out there and did what we had to do, and it's just really just the preparation, you know, stay ready.
Brian, what's this game mean to you, and what's it mean to be playing with your teammates?
This game to me, you know, this is just something I love to do since I was little. And, you know, I've just been trying to get better and better and better just so I can be up here and be able to show everybody what I can do.
What's Coach Ross mean to you and your coaching staff?
Coach Ross, you know, he's just a great guy overall. I'm glad he gave me the opportunity to come in here and develop and be a part of this program and be a part of history and be great.
Great game tonight. You know, the basketball players that make games are the ones that you don't necessarily see in the stats, and we see you do that time and time again for the Rams. Thanks for what you do for your team, and thanks for joining us here on RoCo Radio.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
That's Brian Gwynn here on your post-game show, brought to you by our great sponsors, Pennrose Carwash, Kooler Ice, as well as Circle Drive-In, as well as Ancora Compassionate Care and Rockingham Update. You know, the stats say 4 points for Brian Gwynn, right? But he's the guy. Kendre's out.
That's it.
You need somebody to step in. And when he steps in, that was the thing that stopped any bleeding that could have happened there.
That's it. I'm going to tell you what, man. That's why I passed it off to him. He was the player of the game tonight. I mean, you know, he done the dirty work. He came in when Kendre got hurt, took care of business on the inside, on the glass, too, as well. And, hey, here we go.
Final
and
score,
the beat goes on.
73-66. Anything you think needs to be cleaned up? Any final thoughts after this game?
I mean, when they get out in fast break, man, they're great. No issues whatsoever. It's when they get into half court. They seem to kind of, I don't know, something seems a little off. Maybe work on the half court offense a little bit more. But as far as fast break goes, man, it's all gas, no brakes. But that's what I would work on a little bit. I mean, offensive, defensive rebound's great. Just work on a half-court offense a little bit, and we'll be good to go.
Let's give some flowers to head coach Jason Ross.
Yep.
6 seasons, 113-17. The winning streak continues for the Rams. Great coaching tonight. You know, it's a frustrating game. You guys heard it with us that stayed with us. It was an up and down. They let them play in the first half. Things change a little bit. You got to coach through that.
That's it.
He draws the technical foul, which, you know, that's for his team, too. It's not just going out there to cause a ruckus. I see the intention in it. And from there, he's able to bounce back, calm down the team, and able to lead this team to a victory in what crunch time. We saw this in the game before this one, where Caldwell Academy was able to capitalize.
Yep.
Well, the Rams shut down any opportunity for Corvian to be able to do that. And a lot of it came down to the coaching and the calmness of his leaders that were on the floor, Deontay Neal, Janiah Sharp.
That's it. And you got to add Cameron Jones in there, too. He played absolutely great defense. The glue, that's what we call him. That's it. That's what I seen in the comments, the glue.
Final score, 73-66. I like seeing that, partner.
Oh, absolutely.
Janiah Sharp talking with some college scouts, some college coaches.
Absolutely. It's about time, man. You know it?
And finally, before we go, I want to give a hat tip to head coach Irv Turner of TW Andrews, who put together this Ed Price Classic. What a great day of basketball. Very kind to us, very accommodating, helping us out. Was very happy to have us broadcast the final game. So I want to give our hat tip to Coach Turner for putting this together. Look forward to being back next year. Final score, 73-66. The Rams move to 10-0 on the season. 3-0 in the Mid-State 2A conference and some more matchups coming up this week inside conference play.
Man.
We've got some big games for you on RoCo Radio. Hatley, listening to the comments, is going to find out his assignment live on the air.
I'll tell you what, partner, what a great 2 days it's been, though, man.
Great 2 days. Great game last night with Moorhead and West Stokes. Coming up on Tuesday, Hatley and Ramey will be at Moorhead for Moorhead and McMichael. On Wednesday, yours truly, David Woods, we will be at Rockingham County for Reidsville and Rockingham County. Then on Friday, you'll have Dexter and Woods in Reidsville for Reidsville and West Stokes. Both teams 3-0 in the Mid-State 2A Conference. We got to see West Stokes last night. Matchup-wise, they do match up pretty well when you look at the size and the numbers.
So, depending on how, Coach Ross plays Kendra, he might hold him out a little bit for, this coming up game against Rockingham. We'll see, though. But Struder, we had seen Struder last night. He had a really good face-up game. Had good post moves. Aiden Cherry, got to see Aiden Cherry. Sam Reeves, they got some game on them, you know what I'm saying? Not just on the football field, on the basketball field. So that'll be a good matchup.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. So we'll be on the air Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at RoCoRadio.com, Facebook.com/Radio Rockingham, and on YouTube, YouTube.com/Radio Rockingham. Also coming up, you can find the signing day for Jariel Cobb on our YouTube. We had the live stream. We were able to upload the full video so it's not choppy anymore. You can watch that on our YouTube page. And coming up, we'll have our interview with Jariel Cobb on our Facebook page coming up here shortly, as well as he heads to Chapel Hill tomorrow.
Oh, man, look at that. I'm getting goosebumps already. Let's go.
Final score here, 73-66. Thanks for listening in here on RoCo Radio. And truly, thank you for your support. Without you, we wouldn't be able to be here.
Absolutely.
And it brings joy to us to be able to bring you this coverage of girls basketball, boys basketball, football, and hopefully expanding into the spring. Stay tuned. Great things coming at RoCo Radio. Final score, 73-66. Have a good night.
Thanks for listening to RoCo Radio's coverage of local high school basketball. To find out where we will be next, make sure you head on over to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Radio Rockingham, where you can find this ball game as well as our schedule for what's coming up. You can also download our podcast of our games by heading to Spotify and searching for RoCo Radio, or on Apple Podcasts, and also find our game archives on YouTube by searching for RoCo Radio. RoCo Radio basketball coverage is brought to you by Pennrose Carwash, voted #1 car wash in Rockingham County. Pennrose Carwash at 1509 South Scales in Reidsville has been serving the Reidsville and surrounding area for over 50 years. Established in 1970 by well-known entrepreneur Leo Rentz, this popular venue welcomes everyone. Pennrose Carwash, open 24/7. And find us on Facebook. Pennrose Carwash, voted #1 Rockingham County Car Wash 3 years in a row. Tonight's game is brought to you by Kooler Ice. Looking for a fresh ice and water option that's ready when you are? Kooler Ice is countywide. Find fresh ice and water at Little Caesars Pizza in Mayodan at 6734 NC 135 across from Walmart. And visit our local Kooler Ice dispenser at Schul's Home, 1635 Freeway Drive in Reidsville. And for all your ice and water needs, you can also find us at Pennrose Carwash in Reidsville at 1509 South Scale Street, or Two Rivers Plaza in Eden at 307 West Meadow Road. Get Kooler Ice, great tasting, fresh ice, available 24/7 at all 4 locations. 16 pounds or 32 pounds, plus premium water by the gallon or 5 gallons at Kooler Ice. Fresh and ready when you are. RoCo Radio basketball coverage is brought to you by Sandy Cross General Merchandise, serving the Sandy Cross community, Rockingham County, and surrounding areas of our beautiful Piedmont Triad since 1988. Rockingham County's community store at 164 Boyd Road in the Sandy Cross community of Rockingham County, celebrating our 36th anniversary. Stop by Sandy Cross General Merchandise for local pure brand gasoline with the cheapest price in Rockingham County for 93 non-ethanol. Sandy Cross General Merchandise is also your Niece's Sausage headquarters with great value for Rockingham County. To find out more about the Log Cabin Store, visit us on Facebook by searching Sandy Cross General Merchandise. High school basketball coverage on RoCo Radio is brought to you by Two Rivers Plaza. Rockingham County's premier location for exceptional small businesses is Two Rivers Plaza at 307 West Meadow Road in Eden. Visit the wonderful small businesses there today at Two Rivers Plaza, your premier source for small business services. RoCo Radio basketball coverage is brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years. Located at 111 Boone Road, Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split, or choose from one of our many menu items such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, the chuck wagon, and so much more at Circle Drive-In since the 1970s. For good food, stop by Circle Drive-In at 111 Boone Road near the roundabout. High school basketball on RoCo Radio is made possible thanks to Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County. Their name changed late last year, but they're the same community-based, mission-focused hospice and palliative care provider the community has known since 1987, providing specialized care for those coping with serious illness. Ancora's mission is to be a supportive presence for life's journey when greater comfort and rapid response matter most. Make sure it's Ancora Compassionate Care. They'll always be there because they've always been here. To learn more about how Ancora can support you, visit AncoraCC.org. Just as they are a supportive presence for life's journey, Ancora Compassionate Care is proud to support our local basketball teams on their journey towards successful seasons. Local basketball coverage is also made possible thanks to our friends at Rockingham Update, the community source for local programming, government meeting coverage, community events, promotion and broadcast, sports, local nonprofit news, and so much more. Providing digital community news on all platforms since 2007, RockinghamUpdate.com aims to serve Rockingham County with the dependable information and coverage it deserves. For local programming, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv, your #1 IPTV station in Rockingham County. Thanks for listening to local basketball coverage on RoCo Radio, your home for local sports and all the hits. Make sure you tune in 24/7, RoCoRadio.com for great music, news, local weather, and so much more at RoCoRadio.com.